going on, everyone? Welcome to the Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all that is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Claim it. All right, first, if anyone wants to work with me, the link is in the description. If anyone wants to join the membership channel, we have access to the weekly live streams where I'll answer any question you have for me, as well as the exclusive videos, all in tier 2. Link is in the description. All right, guys, I don't really have just winging it. Winging it based, I kind of make videos sometimes on, talking to clients, things I experience, conversations with random people, conversations with family, friends. And we're just so easy to complain. We're so easy to assume that things are hard to come by. And I'm just gonna take one, I'm gonna base this video off of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, where it says, "You all create the laws of your world and then live by the limitations of them." Hear this. Really think what I just said. Really think what I just fucking said. You all create the laws of your world and then live by the limitations of them. It kind of sounds like when I say it's the law, whatever the fuck you say, right? It's kind of say whatever you say is true in your experience, right? It's kind of like when I say, when I made that painting video, that you describe the difficulty, you give the meanings, you place the limitations, not realizing you're the exception to any fucking rule. The infinite does not abide by the fucking rules of the third dimensional plane. Your job is just to simply say you have it already. That is it. It's to claim it to be yours already, whether you decree it, whether you claim it, whether you see it, whether you hear it, know it, believe it, whatever. There's no fucking wrong way. There's nothing to figure out. We've been doing this our whole lives. It wasn't until we became aware of manifestation where the left hand tried to get involved with the right hand is doing. The egoic mind does not understand what you want to happen or what you're trying to quote unquote manifest, bro. It only understands what has already happened. That is it. So the second, because it needs a proof and evidence, it's attached to this third dimensional plane. So if you're thinking from that side of you, are you what is there to figure out? You're not figuring out anything that you already are experiencing right now. You're not figuring out how that car you have. You're not figuring out how this person's going to ignore you. You're not figuring out how you're going to argue with this person. You're not figuring out, a whole bunch of strategies. How am I going to figure out? How do I make sure I don't have that money? How do I make sure? Right? You're not trying to figure it out. This might be an oatmeal variety pack type of video, guys. Stop overcomplicating things. You know what you guys should do is the shadow day video, a lot of you do, it woke a lot of you up. Some people couldn't last 45 minutes with themselves. And then they realize that this is why my reality is the way it is. Because you're such consumed by who you used to be, you don't even realize where you're initially going in thought, where you're initially going in awareness, where you're initially perceiving, assuming. What's hard to come by? What are you fearing, worrying, doubting? What actions are you taking from that version of you? Because it's not the action, it's the consciousness behind any action. But you guys should do, you should write down any area of your life that you're trying to improve and ask yourself, what is my current awareness on this area of my life? Am I saying this is hard to come by? Am I always remembering how things have always been? Am I worrying about points of time that aren't even here? Really think about that. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so Are you worried about points of time that don't even exist yet? know what I'm saying? We're always like, all the suffering takes place internally. It really does. We're suffering more internally than externally, anticipating the worst possible case scenario. But how does that serve you? Really ask yourself that question. How does that fucking serve you? If it doesn't serve you, it controls you. Anything that can move your internal state of being controls your reality, whether it's a person, whether it's money, whether it's fucking anything. If it can move you, it controls you. You know what the worst part is? When you expect that it's going to move you and you still allow it to. Well, I know, Eric, every time I experience this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. Okay, what the fuck are you doing different about it then? What are you doing different about it then? Eric, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then I wake up, and then this happens, and then usually this, and I can't do this, and then this happens, and then Joey comes, and this does this, and triggers me. And you still allow it then. Again, that's the equivalent of what I said. If I said, hey guys, someone's going to punch you in the fucking chin at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern time, whoosh, someone's going to come. Whoosh, whoosh. I told you, right? So now you're ready. Now you know. That's like me, all these videos. The old awareness is the only thing you need to overcome. Who you used to be is the only thing you need to overcome. And I told you. So now you know. Which is the same as when you guys tell me stories. This happens and this happens. Why does this always keep happening? Because you keep reiterating it. And you do nothing different. Oh, I'll get to that. I do it different. It's not about doing, it's who you are when things happen to you. So now you're ready for it. Now it's like you can deny it if it happens. Now you're ready for it. Now you have a plan. Right? You got a plan. You know, you got a little scouting report on yourself. You know if you're going to go for it on 4th down. You know if they like to throw Hail Marys on 3rd and 2. You know? So you have a better chance of not reacting emotionally to the circumstance because I just told you that's what to expect. Now you're ready. But you know what most people do? They still get told, hey, that's going to happen. Hey, someone's going to punch you in the face at 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 Pacific. And then that time comes, whoosh, and they say, why did that happen? Why does this keep happening? Because you're aware of it, and the fact that you're aware of it means you're separate from it, but you continue to allow it, to react to it. It's like you're reacting, you know it, you just keep reacting. So what do you got to lose to do something different? What do you got to lose? It's going to be there anyway. You know the messages I get, I just can't do this. You can't face your fucking self. That's all it is. Unfortunately, who we've been is everything on the external. And it's still playing itself out. It's like a movie. It's like a shitty Lifetime movie. I don't know, or Tubi. You guys got Tubi? Little Tubi movies? It's like a Tubi movie. You hit play in the Tubi movie, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep snowballing until you shift out of that fucking Tubi movie. But it's like you guys keep playing the movie, complaining about it, and then putting it back on. And then complaining about it again, and then saying, Eric, I hate this Tubi movie, but tomorrow I'm going to hit play on it again anyway. Guys, I know how circumstances, everyone's different. Trust me, I've been there. And I've worked with people that have been low. Speaking of that, another long success video is coming, guys. Anyone who's worked with me, anyone who's applied what I talk about in these videos, because I give everything out on these videos, I don't fucking hide shit because I don't need to fucking hide anything. Anyone who's had, success, big or small, everything's the same to the infinite, so everything's the same as in this channel. I don't care if you fucking manifested a fucking new eyelash. Share it with me. Whether it's in the comments, shoot an email, and I'll read it out. All right? All we do is win. A win's a win. Anyway, a lot of people, sometimes it takes to get to the worst circumstance for them to say, fuck it. The equivalent of Jesus take the wheel, going all in, surrendering to yourself. That's basically what Jesus take the wheel really fucking means. Surrendering to yourself, because that's all Christ represents in the book is us. The devil represents earth, the illusion, the earth desires, thinking that the outside, that is designed to make us forget who we are. thinking that the outside is the source of our fulfillment. And then if that thing on the outside isn't around, is present, we suffer. So we suffer. So ask you this question. I might have to make, are you addicted to suffering part 2? I have a good one. Are you addicted to suffering part 1 with a great success story in it? But are you addicted to suffering? Because a lot of you guys won't shut up about the old story. It's like you just need to reiterate it over and over and over again. It's like you're in love with it. It's like 50 Shades love. It's like 50 Shades type of obsession of the shitty story. Sometimes it helps. I'll be honest with you guys. Just to shut up. Just shut up. Dead serious. Zip it. You got nothing. No, if you got nothing nice to say, don't fucking say anything. All right, go wash your mouth with soap. It's out there. Decide different now. Because if it's still, you're not accepting how reality works. I'm telling you, hey, someone's going to punch you in the face. That is the old awareness, which is the only thing you need to overcome. So if I knew that is the only thing I need to overcome, which I did a fucking background check on myself. I shadowed myself. I created a scouting report. I knew why everything was the way it was. I knew why, my life fell apart before. I know why it was so fucking diabolical. Because it was me. I could see how. Which also, believe it or not, it's not about blame. It's to help you see that you can turn it the fuck around the same exact way. If you could turn it around the same exact way, because you could see how you did it the other way. A lot of us had good things in our face, right? A lot of us had good things in our face. And we decided to be aware of nonsense. Really think about that. Good things in our face, decided to be aware of nonsense. So now we have shitty things in our face. Now we got to be aware of perfection. We got to observe it as if it's already here now, the same way. That's why I said shadow yourself. That's why I say fucking observe from the outside. I can't, Eric. I have to flip everything. If you're observing it, thoughts, feelings, emotions can't do shit to you unless you accept them. Like Christ says in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene again. Everything takes place in the mind, which is in between the two, the emotions and the feelings and all that, because everything is added on. So if you're observing, you're aware you're separate from it, right? Think a person who's clinically, crazy or something. They're in a straitjacket. Do you think they know they're crazy? Do you think they're aware they are? And they're just, no, they're just like they're consumed by it. They probably can't feel the separation in that. But because you're aware that these things are happening to you, right? Because you're aware they're happening to you, you're separate. So now we choose differently. So now you can observe yourself. Where do you initially go when you first wake up? What's the first thing? Is it a ugh or is it a You walk in the mirror. Are you looking for an issue, imperfection, or are you observing perfection because it's already there? Are you talking shit? Are you saying where are you dwelling all the time? Whenever anything comes to mind, which is my core principle, which is so fucking easy, which is basically controlling what we've done our entire life, whenever anything comes to mind, and this is the thing that people fuck up the most. It's so hard. You want to know why it's so hard? Because you get confronted with who you used to be, which is who you find out you are in the shadow. So when this does happen, you're ready and you're prepared. Or you can robotically affirm a gazillion fucking times and ignore the foundation of you as to why you already are this way. But the problem is, the second you stop 75,000 times, you still are aware of the same things. You still have the original 4 pillars of that old identity: the self-concept of the identity, the concept of self of that identity, the I am and I have that identity, and how you perceive the world, which is the reason your reality already is that way. So that's why I teach the 4 pillars, and all 4 are complete, utter alignment. Everything is fucking perfect. I know this video is all over the place, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit, because this is a nice busy week for me. I'm moving into a new place. A lot of things are materializing, but I want to get some content out for you guys, because you guys need to see how simple it is. You just need to get out of your own way. When you understand that whenever anything comes to mind, you immediately describe it as if it's already the way you would like it to be, not the way you don't want it to be, and not the way reality is showing you if you don't accept it. Now, a lot of you guys will forget, or by default go back to the old way of thinking, because it's who you've been. This is efforting. This is hard. This doesn't feel like enough. You're not enough. It was enough for the bullshit. Look how easily that came. I just can't see enough. Money's hard to come. Remember, everything's consciousness. Money's hard to come by. Oh, so it is. So it is. Remember when toilet paper was hard to come by? It was too, right? It's what you're telling yourself. It's what you're accepting. Money's hard to come by. You've been saying that for 32 fucking years? That money's hard to come by. And then you expect 2 minutes of saying I have it? Eric, this is hard. Where is it? It's hard. Okay, so it's hard. So like Christ says, you create the laws of your experience, and then you live by the limitations of them. God, I can't explain this enough. You are in control of everything. Everything you accept as true, you experience. Everything you know to be true is already in your reality. That's why I speak with fucking conviction. I didn't always speak this way, because conviction is knowing. Knowing's manifestation. Didn't always speak this way. How did I start to speak this way? How did I start to think this way? I gave it to myself. I gave myself the mind. Like there's versions of me in a sci-fi room. All fucking naked versions of me in a fucking capsule with water. Got a little oxygen mask. You know what I mean? I'm like, which one's the fucking man? Which one's the one that has everything I want? That guy? Him. That's me. And that's me right now. And it's like, okay. They took that versions of me brains out. They fucking opened this one. Whoosh. Now, I just think like him, I perceive like him, I assume like him, speak like him. That's what I do. And I just tell myself, my mind is worth millions, I always know what to do. Instead of saying I'm stuck, no, I know what to do. I'm at ease. I'm at peace, which is the most powerful place to be, is peace, because then you're remaining the same no matter what. And if reality reflects identity, we need to stay the same. We can't be all over the place. The outside is going to do what it's going to do anyway. That shitty 2B movie is going to play out anyway. You can't change it. You just got to be aware of that news story while you can't fucking see it. And like I say in every video, guys, when you accept how reality works of cause and effect, you accept the cause and effect, right guys? You accept cause and effect. We learned this in elementary school. Can't change an effect with an effect. A lot of you guys are like, yes, I agree with you, Eric. Yes, you can't. You can't, so the 3D is the effect. I'm going all in. And then a week later, I just can't. When people say I just can't, it's because they're looking outside of them and seeing it as a truth. So cause and effect. Christ says, hey, heaven is both inside and outside of you. But if you consume the outside, if you consume it, you bring the dead back to life. Eric, you say the same thing in every video. I have to. Why are you looking for the living amongst the dead? A lot of people will look for me, but they will never find me. Again, Christ is the new you within you. Or any you that you decide to be, actually. You guys just can't overcome who you used to be. A lot of people come when they're really, really close, like bottom's end, and circumstances are tough. Again, I've been there, but you guys can't change it. But the only thing you could do is change your consciousness of it. It can't do anything to you unless you say it can. It can't mean anything unless you say it does. It literally needs you to give it a meaning. Everything outside of you needs it. You have the ability to use your God's lens. My four pillars, number 4 is perception. How are you looking at the 3D? What meaning are you giving it? It needs to be through the same lens of the identity on pillars 1 through 3. The self-concept, which is how you see yourself. Concept of self, which is how you experience anything in your life. Money, love, whatever. I am and I have. What is your end? Are you thinking from the end? Or are you still thinking of the end and what you don't have and what you wish someone is doing? And are you aware that they're not there? And you're accepting things that are being thrown at you. Well, I didn't hear from them today. They cooled off, Eric. they cooled off. Well, who decided they cooled off? You. It's a perception thing. You have the ability to say it, give any meaning the same way you gave bullshit meanings to things when you didn't have proof. It's all the same, guys. Another rant video. So your perception needs to be looking at reality through the eyes of pillars 1 through 3. And if you are, chef's kiss. And the only thing you need to overcome, again, for the gazillionth time, is the old identities, pillars 1 through 4. And you can only see reality from who you are being. So that's why it feels like efforting in the beginning, because that old you is shh, shh, shh. But when you're ready for it and you get that scouting report and you see how reality is the way it is, your experience right now, because you shadowed yourself and now you understand. Now, anything, I could promise you guys, on that video, face to face with old God, if you did that shadow, not shadow work, fuck shadow work. We're not fixing anything. Shadowing like a supervisor at a fucking job. You know the shadowing, like, hey, don't mind us, we're just watching you. Watch yourself. Because I can guarantee you, if you wrote down, took notes, where you immediately go in awareness for any area of your life, even when you get in the car, when you go order food, when you talk to friends, what is going on in here? And I can promise you, if you took all these notes, even when you're about to get, all the way till you get to bed, took all those notes, and then if you look at it the next morning, I can almost guarantee you that little scouting report you have, like a little NFL head coach, whenever now you decide what's true, and whenever you start seeing the opposite, whenever you start to feel a certain way, you feel a certain feeling, I bet you could see it on that list you wrote down. You get an intrusive thought, I bet you could see why on that list you wrote down. You see someone behave a certain way or a circumstance pop up, I bet you could look at your little scouting report of your old self and see what area of your life is the reason why that's occurring. I can fucking promise you the accuracy of it. The accuracy. Like an NFL scout. And then if you know that this is all I have to overcome, then what the fuck are you afraid of? You're just being confronted with things you've accepted as before in new and creative ways just to get you to stay because it wants to remain materialized. You experience a defense mechanism of the old you, of who you used to be. And it's as simple, guys. You wake up, remind yourself who the fuck you are, because how else you starting your fucking day? This was hard, this was too much. I'm sick and tired of telling myself things are okay. Well then, like I told someone, you're not sick and tired of complaining, of reiterating the same story and wondering why nothing's changing. Why are you here then? Guys, it's go all in or not. It's go all in or not. It's not go all in for 4 days and then talk about the old story and complain about everything again. Like, I'm literally telling you, nothing changes until the internal does. It reflects your internal state. And you're still looking, it means you're not it. You need a certain fucking subscriber count to know who you are. Nothing in the external can validate you, but you. When you don't need it to validate you, that's when you receive, because you've proved it to yourself. Reality won't give you anything until you give it to yourself. John 3:27. A man cannot receive anything unless it is first given to him from heaven. But the problem is, John 4:8, Christ's awareness says, it's like he's experiences. Christ experiences this too. See, the problem is, unless you see signs and wonders, you will never believe. But guess what? You don't even have to fucking believe. Just decree it. These things will be added onto you, established onto you. Guys, if you just want to keep going through the same loops of trying, there's no trying it or not, trying for a little bit, a little trial period, seeing if nothing, I'll see if it happens. I'm tired if it's still not happening. Then keep doing that. Years are going to go by. You're going to be in the same place. Again, wait till my next video. Or not my next one. It'll be coming up soon. I got to film. Depends. Busy week, but my own story, the 2-hour success video from before, the other one that's coming. It's apply and listen. It's as simple as you're deciding what's true. You wake up in the morning. You decide what's true. You tell yourself, hey, today's the best day of my fucking life. Because what are you going to do instead? I don't want to do that. I'm expecting a mediocre Monday and a lonely weekend. Well, then you're going to keep getting those because those points of time don't exist. People say, I'm tired of saying I am loved to feel loved. You have to love yourself. How do you expect anyone to show you love if you're not a source of it? You can't receive anything you're not a source of. You don't love yourself, how's reality going to love you? You want someone to be obsessed with you, but you're not even close to being obsessed with yourself. Everything's a mirror. Ask yourself, what am I reiterating? What am I expressing? And how is my reflection going to mirror that back to me? There's your answers. I wonder, you don't know, you don't have. I hope, you don't know, you don't have. I want, you don't have. Wanting should just be knowing that you already have it because you want it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the desire for it. If it's meant to be, there's no power outside of you dictating it for you. You just decide, everything rearranges itself to you. How it rearranges itself, you'll never fucking figure it out. So tell the monkey brain to fucking chill the fuck out. I got this. I don't give a shit. I just know it's already mine. You can keep showing me all the old stuff because I know that you don't understand what we're doing here. You only understand what has already been. And you are not me. And I don't care what feelings you throw at me. I don't care what emotions you throw at me. I don't care what old circumstances you can sway into my experience like this because we're not double-minded unconsciously on those things because the ego has already experienced it before. I don't give a shit because this is who I am now. And nothing is going to get me to say otherwise. It's that simple. Nothing's going to get me to say otherwise. Is that hard? That's the game. That's the game. But then you allow the impatience to come. You check in the calendar, become aware. If you were something, you would never be aware of the fucking time. And this is where the little, the people that won't apply it, they'll start to say, oh, this is a scam. Okay, well, tell that to all these other people with the success. Tell that to me, other people with successes that have healed their fucking body. Bullet wounds, cancers, bipolar, depression, anxiety, mental illness, skin disease, back pain, reverse aging, and you're trying to get an SP and talking shit. We're not realizing it's about you, it's not about them. Everything is always about you. You're just not listening. It's simple. You're taking something you've done your entire life and allowing yourself to make it fucking complicated because of your impatience, because you're thinking it's a woo-woo magic trick when it's not. Everything I say is backed up in the books. I don't follow fucking randoms. I follow instructions to change my life around. If you want to follow it too, with my guidance, do it. But if you can't follow directions, don't be fucking pointing fingers at anyone else. It's that simple. Then you're just going to attract more people that it doesn't work in your life. And then you can go be miserable and hang out in a Reddit forum and complain all day. That's a great life. Again, it's simple. I'm literally telling you what to fucking do. But you can't apply it. You're it now. There's no looking back. There's no looking back. Yeah, there's stories of Greek mythology about not looking back. There's stories of scripture about not looking back. All these other books say remain the same. Remain the same. The wise man is the same in pleasure and in pain. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna. The Chinese proverb, something good happens, good. Something bad happens, good. And of course, scripture, be still and know. I do the good. I do the evil. I, the Father, do all these things. And then Job was asking God, well, but this, but this, but this. He's like, were you fucking there when I made this? Were you there when I created everything? No. Go away. And, of course, as it says countless times, peace be with you. Because you're still and nothing moves you. You allow reality to continue to materialize who you are. You're not being all over the place. You're not looking like my 2-year-old fucking painting. You're not all over the place. You're still. You're in one place. I don't care if someone... You understand. It's just the old you. You took the scouting report. So you stay the same, unmoved, unbothered. That is the most powerful place to be. No one can control you. No one can move you. You're indifferent and nonsense. You know what's true. And that, my friends, is how things continue to materialize. And you'll never be aware it's not here yet because you're just it. And it's not about what you're doing. It's about who you are when things happen to you. The actions come normal. Because it's not the actions, it's the consciousness behind them. You're just in or you're not. You go all in or you're not. That's it. And you create your own rules. You want to do whatever you want to do it, do it. Any way to get you there, do it. But don't neglect yourself, because if you neglect yourself, I fucking promise you, reality's gonna fucking neglect you. It won't be sustainable. Oh, I fucking promise you. If you want to make it all technique based, you can do it. It works. But then you'll be doing the rest of your life training yourself to be that way. But when you get the foundation correct, and you know you're all that fucking is, and everything flows through you and as you, and you set the foundation, you know who you are in power, you get so high in yourself on pillar, you get so high in yourself, stop it, okay. You get so high in yourself on pillar number 1 that you start to not even give a shit. You're so high in yourself, you feel like, I don't really feel like I need that. A lot of people come to, I don't feel like I want that same person. I feel like I'm good. It's crazy. Because you can only see reality from who you are. You're focusing on the highest version of yourself. You're not fucking reacting to shit like you used to. Because you can only see from who you are. You can't outrun yourself, right? And number 2, it's like, well, how do I always experience things? I'm no longer going to say things are hard. I'm no longer going to say I never experienced this. I took collective beliefs about women this way, dating this way, love this way, money is hard this way. Well, I'm from this neighborhood this way, or I'm this group of people this way. Well, I can't experience money because of my culture this way. You're the exception to the fucking rule. The infinite does not abide by that. You accepting that, you have to experience it. Plain and simple. And then 3, of course, are you in your end? Are you thinking from? Do you know the end? So that because you know the end and you trust yourself, you trust God, your inner eye, the same way you trusted the bullshit before. The same way you trusted the bullshit before. You saw the end, you trusted. Now the middle is just the middle. You time travel. You know how the middle ends. So why would you care if someone ignores you today when you know you're fucking married in the end, or you were with them in the end, or you got all the money in the end? Be still and no. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. There's a reason why it says it so many fucking times. And then, of course, you just look at everything. This is the fun part. Have fun. Look at everything in your favor. Well, how do I take this and put it in my favor? Just say that. It has nothing to do with me. This is who I am now. It's not hard, guys. This has nothing to do with me. I understand why that's happening, because I have a fucking scouting report of myself. Nothing to do with me. Or have fun with it. Change the meaning. Have fun. Like Scripture says, be as the children to enter your kingdom of heaven. Why? Do you see the imagination on kids? Some kid says, hey, I'm Spider-Man. You can't fucking convince that kid he's not Spider-Man. No, you're not Spider-Man. Yes, I am. You can't convince them. They give no fucks about the outside. They're just that. And they have fun with it. So be as the children. Look at everything. And then give it to yourself in relaxed, deep, relaxed state. So you can put that conscious mind to sleep, so you can naturally feel like you already have. And any which way you want to do it, you create your own rules. Eric, what should I say? What should I say? The opposite of what you said before. What should I affirm? How do I speak, is what you're asking me. How do I speak English? How do I speak whatever language I speak? How do I affirm? What should I affirm? Well, first ask yourself, what did you affirm your entire life in that area? And then do the opposite. Stop making it complicated. If I affirm, I just never have enough. What the fuck? Okay, I got an idea. How about now I always have more than enough? I have so much, everything's paid in full. I'm fucking set for life. Every day my wealth increases. Not hard. You're in the mind of the version of you that's already there. Remember the tube I said earlier? You're in the mind of the version of you that's already there. To bring his reality or her reality in here, pulling it. All planes of existence are happening now. There's no waiting. There's no sense of waiting. I just did this. I can't wait now. I gotta wait. No, you're pulling it from it now. Start saying alreadys, I knows, right nows in your language. That's what you got to do. Because for the negative things we gave ourselves, we immersed ourselves in that experience, whether it was an argument or a scene or daydream or whatever. We immersed ourselves, and then we didn't fucking worry. Did I do it right? Let me check an Eric video to see when this negative argument's going to happen. I can't wait to see if I'm not going to have money next week. No, we just immersed ourselves. We got mad, went about our day, completely forgot about it. And if it was an argument, I can almost guarantee you that person hates you just as much. Because Ecclesiastes 10:20, again, everything I talk about is in the book. Ecclesiastes 10:20 is basically thought transmission. That's how you guys know it. I don't call it thought transmission. I just call it, they just hear everything. There's no privacy. Because you're just shifting at all times, all day long, to the version of you that's experiencing the version of them that's already thinking that way. Right? That's what you're doing. Ecclesiastes 10:20. Do not think negatively of the king or the rich in your bedchamber. Bedchamber is your internal dwelling place, your secret. Basically, internally. The God's eye, the mind sight. Because a bird or winged creature will carry your voice and relay the fucking message. Which means they heard you. Which means this is either going to scare the fuck out of you if you can't control yourself, or set yourself free. Because now, so many things involve people, and all you got to do is assume in your favor, decide what they're thinking. That's why my villain mindset videos, I said, the worst thing you could do is give a shit what anyone thinks, because they can only think what you think anyway. You don't believe me? Wait till you hear my stories. Wait till you hear the success stories. You could say something, I have this, and anyone who is involved in bringing that to you, according to the Father that takes care of it, right? Anything that starts moving, anyone who needed to hear that to bring it there, heard it, and they're moving now. The problem is, we start to perceive that nothing's happening. So therefore you're right. Because failure doesn't fucking exist. Now I'm going to end it on this. Failure does not exist. Only your perception of something that made you decide that you failed. Because you're never going to know. That's why I say remain the same no matter what. Because if the 3D denied you, what good is it to keep reiterating, oh no, this happened and this happened? Stay the same, because you don't know what's happening for you. You just got to decide that it is. But hey, you can just decide you failed and start over and complain. Choice is yours, guys. All right, I talked a lot. Members, I got a video coming for you soon too. I know you guys are having a great day, but just in case, assume it to be great anyway.